Creation of story. It's a very simple short course wherein we learn how to create a story. We learn how to make a point, and then we provide the finishing touches. So when I say that, what do we do in creating the story? Well, we have already worked on some of the worksheets and the dashboards, as we had discussed in we have created views and the dashboards. So now the next part is that of story. What happens is on the existing worksheets or dashboards that we have created, we need to provide an analysis of that. So in Tableau parlance, they call it a story. Typically, when you provide a report, what a report is actually a lot more detailed in that perspective. But when we speak of a storyboard or a story, it means that it falls somewhere between the bullet points of the presentation and the report document. Something that is short and sweet, easy to explain, easy to understand. In Tableau, we can create the story. And how it is done, we will learn it today. Obviously, as a prerequisite, you should already be knowing how to use our dashboards and worksheets. That is something that we also already covered course earlier. So, right, let's quickly start with creation of story. We have already created files. Okay, so I'll just come and I'll open our existing dashboards or files. Let's click on this interactivity. That loads, that is for the price analysis. That's our dashboard actually. These are the worksheets that we had worked towards and generated. After generating these two worksheets, we went on to create a dashboard, and we also created an additional worksheet last time with an intent in creation of the mobile format, how you can create a Tableau worksheet in a mobile format. So that is what this is about. And right, so let's quickly start with the story. So out here you can see this button. That is that of the new story that you want to create, new storyboard. So I click on that. So we can see here story 1. And we have already imported these files, and this is a dashboard you can see here. So you can see the difference, right? This is a dashboard, that's a worksheet, that is a worksheet, that is a worksheet. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll create a story for this particular files and even for the dashboard if we can. So objective for you all is to understand that whatever analysis you all perform or whatever worksheet and dashboards you all create, they should be supported with a storyboard. So when you have a storyboard over there, it grants bigger legitimacy to the work that you all are doing. That is what we are supposed to carry out in this session. So let us get conversant with this story layout. See out here we can see there is a layout here. If you click on it, it gives us caption boxes, numbers, dots and arrows also. So what does this arrows and all mean? Typically this means that we can add whatever we intend to on the sheets that we have here. Okay, if I click on story again here, we can add a text here. So if I drag it over here, yeah, I can add a text over here, hello, and I click OK. So this hello, then I can drop it over here wherever I want to, here, wherever. But okay, for now I'm just closing this. Then we have the show title. So we can show the title over here. What is the title of this? We don't intend to for now. The size of this storyboard could be, you can see here. Yeah, there's a fixed size that you are seeing here, and there's a fixed size that they are showing you here. You can make it automatic. You can also change it and make it range bound, or we'll just stick to simple fixed size. You can click on custom. You can customize it. You can customize it to what? A generic desktop. You can customize it to full screen, something like this. Also customize it to what? To a storyboard format and a laptop browser format. So that is how it will look like. Noticeably, you can see that as you change the format here, the corresponding change in width and height happens here. Okay, so if I select storyboard, this will change to 1016 by 964. This becomes 1016, this will become 964. Click here. See, you can change it here. Okay, and then it shows you over here. This is the story that we have picked. Given set of formats, the blogs and small blog, web page, embedded, column, PowerPoint presentation. portrait landscape format. You also have A4 sized, A3 sized. So these are the different sizes that are available for the story. That apart, supposedly if we click on automatic, now you can see in automatic there is no applicable format. Okay, so you will not get A4 or A3 or A3 and letter sized portrait or landscape formats that we saw in case of fixed sizes. So that is one thing. And when you click on range as well, out here you can see there is a range available, of course, the maximum, the minimum sizes. You can vary them. You can increase or decrease them. You can increase or decrease them. And that's it. So these are the only two options that are available. So it is always better to go for fixed size and make your choice. What do you want over here? And once you have made your choice, it will be, I think you should be able to see it beforehand what you are looking at. I would like to choose an A4 portrait size for myself. Why? Because out here I'll be taking only one story. Supposedly if I take only one, I take only this sheet over here. Okay, so then what story do I intend to create? Okay, so I'll come here and I'll click on blank. Oops. Yeah, I'll walk over here. What is this? This is price data analysis for the Tech Mahindra script. Okay, and I click OK. So that is what they are showing here in the story one. Then I'm just moving it over here. So you can add as many blank sheets as you wanted. You don't need too many of them, to be quite frank. But this is how your text will be inserted over here. Okay, price data analysis, close price. This is what this is, close price. Okay, so let's change this to close price data analysis for Tech Mahindra script. And you can insert it. You can also provide any formats that you want with this background, whichever background you intend to choose or create. It's in black background, then it will come like this. Let's click OK. So this is how you go for a start. And you have a story here. So let's come and change the sheet name. Sheet name is what? Tech Mahindra's stock analysis. Okay, and I click apply here. I click OK here. So that is the first part that we have created, and you can drag and drop here whatever you want. This is what we have here. Now suppose if I save it, okay, I come here and I click on print format, PDF format. I click print. So out here we are selecting the active sheet. Okay, so I click print. I'm just saving here Tech Mahindra story. Okay, that's it. File we've created. So that is how your file will look like. Now why is it showing these two pages also, this and this page? Because we have added two story files to that, right? So it's about adding the number of pages. So this is what we have here, and I have mentioned it over here, close price data analysis. No, that's space over here, so we can add more story over here if you want, and for particularly only this much section, or then particularly only for this section. So this is one thing that you can learn and study over here. And if I click on the presentation mode here, see, this is how it will look like. Obviously when we click on the presentation mode, most of the other files and dashboards also visible over here. So, and then you have this, the next story point, the next story point. You have 3 story points over here, so it will show 3 of them. Aha, we have this also. Now what is this? This is typically the quantitative quantity analysis data that we have here. So far this is how you take the approach. Whoops, right, we are exiting the presentation mode. And then what is this? Yeah, you can swap rows and columns, sort measures and all. As you walk through the software, you will come across a lot of additional functions which you all can use, obviously, but I like to come back to story again. This is how we take a small start to the story work that we are doing. Obviously you can see here, you can show height cards. Yeah, that is the highlighter. So if you want, you can highlight something, enable the workbook highlighting. So you can go here and you can bring to front, bring to back, These are the format descriptions also that you can carry out over here. Center aligned shadings or 85%. Border is this. If you want, you can make the borders like this. So you can actually see the border has changed. This is how the formatting part works. Close it. What more can you do here? Okay, let's click on this share workbook with others. If you click on share workbook with others, what should it show up? So, you know, the sheet name is provided, and these are like, you can add tags, you can add sheets and all, and then you can click on publish. So you're sending this to what server? Which server? The one that we had created earlier. There we have it. So you can actually, when you go there, you can also see it in different formats. It's in the phone format. That's a tablet format. That's a desktop format. You can change the different types of different worksheets and dashboards. Show you up over here. So it's interesting, right? I mean, what you intend to understand and learn and how it shows up. So again, that's the website on which it will go and it will help you create it. So, and then you have the data sources you already have. You can go here. If you click on extract as a worksheet, it will connect to create it. It will also show you that it is connected to story. Out here it's embedded. Yeah, so you can see it over here. So this is what sharing of any particular sheet or any particular storyboard will also look like. Now on the next storyboard, what I'm doing here is I'm changing the file size to story. Okay, so this formatting changes. What you saw here is, see, this format is A4 sized. The next format we have here is in the story format. The first format was supposed to be in A4 sized. Okay, but now, yeah, it is an A4 size. No, this is changed to story size, is it? So in this second story, I'll drag an entire dashboard. Okay. So now after dragging the entire dashboard, what do we intend to write or study here? Right. Let's right click on this. Okay, there is no right click. You can go to sheet. You can also use it as a filter. You can add or show a hide button. Let us do, yeah, once you have done this, then you can drag and add texts over here. Okay,